It takes a while. In the end, is it worth violence? Feel so.
Welcome, Sim Race fans, to another edition of FSB Racing Live. We are covering the Craftsman Truck I Series for FSB, Season 54. How about race number 4 here from the Auto Club Speedway? And again, we're running the Craftsman Truck I Series. It's Wednesday nights, 9:30 Eastern. I am your host, Jimmy Ray, along with my partner in crime here out of Fresno, California, Mr. Milt Minner Jr. And we'll meet up with Sam Young, the league owner and extraordinaire promoter here of FSB. But Milt, how you feeling? It's almost a home race for us here in California.
Going to California on a big jet plane. They never gonna tell me it's all the same. I'm wasted and I can't. There's all kinds of California songs there. Welcome to California and sim racing at its best, and it's getting dark. And because we can do whatever we want, we are God, small G. When it comes to how these races go off. And so we've decided we're going to run at night. So, and we got a great field here, and this is going to be awesome.
And also with us, Sam Young, league owner there. Sam, we're at California. We're racing in real sim time here. It's getting a little dark. We got a little bit of wind out here. How you feeling tonight, Sam?
I'm feeling really good. How far is this track, or was this track from your house, guys?
3.5 hours for me, maybe at the most. 4 for Milt, something like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's more down Fontana way. You know, getting closer to heading to where I used to go as a kid a lot, Riverside, but not quite. But
Many years
Absolutely.
ago, some of us FSBers went and met at this race and had a race. We had the Irishman, Mike Terwilliger, Troy Knoll, Jim DeSanti, myself, my buddy Eddie Woolley. Somebody else was there. I can't recall who, but it was hotter than hell. And everybody got burnt out on the bush race the night before. We roll in, and it was another super hot day, 110 out there, and we roasted, but we had a good time. Jimmy Johnson beat Kyle for the win. It's a line there, but that was a lot of fun. All those screaming cars down that front straight. It's the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. All right, but this is
Yeah.
virtual, so we're riding in cars. This is iRacing, guys. Again, looking at your points. After 3 races, it's going to be Jared Mogard, who's out front. He's got to win. Guy Peter's in second. He's got to win. And Craig Stuka, last week's winner at Richmond. So 3 different races, 3 different winners. How about that? We're looking for our 4th tonight, maybe. Maybe Matt Watkins, he's sitting 4th. Andrew Elliott's sitting 5th in the points. Then Justin Bird, who got caught on that caution last week, is sitting 6th. Dave Ellens, Jamison Pearson, Jerry Forkolb, and Adam Roberts round out your top 10. Also, Shane Wisman tied for 10th there. As those are your top 10 drivers here heading into tonight's race, Milt. Richmond was exciting last week. What are you looking for going into California here?
Well, it's a 2-mile track. So we're talking high speed, lots of drafting. They're going to be drafting back and forth, changing positions, see multiple lane racing. It could be 3, 4 wide. It's a wide track. And as long as you got some help, you can pretty much pick a lane up in this sucker. So I'm also seeing some regulars at the front and some trucks that, I'm wondering, Jared Mogard with no time there. So that'll be interesting to see what's up with that. But anyway, as we get closer to the start of this race.
Yeah, we've had a lot of races here over the years. Drafting is king, at least it was. Back in the day, you could have inside line, outside line, didn't matter as long as you had a teammate or somebody with you. You can hold position or make a pass. And we have team racing here at FSB. So a lot of these guys will be working together, but you never know who you're going to end with. You get these green flag cautions, long green flag runs, hopefully here at FSB. And we should probably get down to our starting lineup with about 4 minutes left to go here. Let's go ahead and kick it off. On the pole, our Donkey Bot Racing teammate, longtime FSB driver number 15, Matt Watkins with a 40.684. Outside him, last week's winner in the number 18 truck is going to be Craig Stukas. Number 3, starting third, the 37 is going to be Adam Roberts. And starting 4th, the number 62, going to be Sean Reap.
Yeah, 5th place, the 13 of Justin Bird, along with his buddy Jason Seams in the 88 P6. Interesting, they're all together. And then we have the veteran TG Reese P7 in the 33 truck. And another one of our Donkey Bob teammates, Andrew Elliott, in the 09 P8.
Starting 9th, the number 29 of Jeff Hale, the last truck on the 42nd laps there. So your top 9 trucks all within 0.3 of each other. How about that? And Guy Petra in the Ford is going to be starting 10th in the 151. The number 34, Shane Wisman. And starting in 12th is going to be the number 99, the veteran Pops Margison.
Then looks like you got for P13, you got the 115 of Dave Ellens, but Jared Mogard is shown next in line there, but on the grid he's shown 18th because he did not DNS there for qualifying. So the next truck would be the 78, the veteran and Daytona 500 winner and 24 Hours of Daytona winner, Jerry Forkolb. And behind him, another old veteran, way back to the beginning of FSB, Sean Sheaves in that Crown Royal truck.
Another one of our teammates, 68 truck out of Sacramento, California, Chet Barkin, starting 16th. Kevin Mays, your series admin, and the Milk Dud sponsored truck. And the 92 And this grid's showing Jared Mogard starting in the rear again, like he did last week, and trying to work his way towards the front. So we'll see where the back five start, because there were five trucks that didn't put a lap down. Kind of elected to start from the rear, see how things go, right? Save a little tires, see how things go early. Maybe avoid that first caution if we get one. So sometimes that strategy pays off, and we've seen a lot of these races, Milt, where guys are making up 10, 11 spots as the hard charger.
Yeah, and we're looking at somewhere around 23 laps for pit sequence. And 4 sets of tires total. So, and that includes the first set they got. So they got 3 more sets, and that's it. Goodyear, you're denied. They got guys with guns there, man. They'll shoot you if you try to get a tire.
That's right. Hard rules here at FSB on pit road with those tires, I tell you what. How about before we get started, Sam Young and then Milt, we'll make some picks here. Sam, who's your pick for tonight? I'm over at the window. I got $5. Who am I putting it on?
I'm putting it on Jared Mogard. He's just hot. He's been
Ding,
storming.
daily double.
Jared Mogard.
We can't. You got a copy there, Sam. Sammy. Jared Mogard from the rear with the gear.
How about you, Milt?
Milt Miller Jr. is. We're gonna go with Craig Stukas this time in the 18 truck. He's come over and run some laps with the boys. Might be running something over there in Kangaroo Land, like a 12-hour race. I don't know, but so I got Craig Stukas in the 18.
All right, you got Craig trying to go back to back. I'm going to try to get, let's go with Matt Watkins becoming our fourth winner in 4 races here. He's on the pole, going out on a limb here. Going to go with Marvin the Martian starting on the pole. Let's see if he can stay there for 70 laps of action at sunset here at California, folks, as they're going to start gridding up. In less than a minute to go, make that last bathroom break, get something to drink, and settle in for a wild night here of 70 laps, California Speedway, multi-grooves, over 20 trucks. Let's get it on.
Here you go here. And, hey, just because it's a wider, rounder track, it's very fast. And tires, heat, and warming your tires up is an issue. And we've seen these races run a lot of green flag racing, but when they do have trouble, it's usually at the beginning.
Yep, coming off pit road or on a restart, a little bit too much input to that wheel, especially on the turn 2 exit. It'll snap, and it's almost impossible to catch. You're just going to slide to the infield. A lot of times that won't throw a yellow here at California. There's a huge apron back there, so we'll have to find out. We've had races where they were very trigger happy, and then a couple where we've gone green almost all the way. So we'll have to wait and see what the officials here in California have for us. Matt Watkins takes them off. Go ahead.
Look at that P3, guys. P3 with that number 37 of Adam Roberts. Good job with him, huh?
Absolutely. Adam Roberts, crushing it on Monday nights, broadcasting and getting the drivers from the league in there. And just, all the sacrifice of all the different members. I mean, you hang out at FSB, you're getting, you're going to be on TV 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, during the race here, we'll look at how this week in FSB, how things have gone. We've got a couple different winners, and we've got some points leaders. Again, we're on week 4 of 13. Registration is open here at fsbracing.com. Sign up today, race with these guys tomorrow. They're coming on into turn 3 and 4, Milt. Bringing to the start to you.
Pull those belts tight. 70 laps here. Let's get it on, and let's try to stay clean here the first lap. This truck is pulling off. It's Matt Watkins has got the lead there in the Geico restart zone. And there you go, green, green, green. Get some, boys. Yeah!
Nice start by Watkins. Drifts up to the high side a little bit to get a better angle going into turn 1. Here we go into turn 1. White truck in the middle back there, looking 2 or 3 wide-ish. Seems okay for the moment as the 37 got loose.
He's coming back in front of the group trying to break it down. He got into the Starbucks truck there, and that's got to be a caution, no? And they go into the wall. If Jeff Hale gets caught up in that. Still
And they're
nothing.
way down on the apron. No caution now as the leaders are going to come around.
And
down there
hard
quickly.
into the wall, both trucks.
Wow.
I cannot believe NASCAR didn't throw a caution there. You got to be kidding me.
Facing NASCAR officials
Ah,
sleeping at the scoring tower as the
after a
leaders are going to
great-
come around here.
After a great qualifying effort there. Oh, and that Jeff Hale's got severe damage on that Starbucks 29 truck just to get going. And Jeff was going to be a real threat here with his teammate, the 13. I think they're just biding their time. That's a bummer.
That is just like we were talking about
Sean
in the
Reed
pre-race.
getting it together here now and starting up at the top there. He don't like it up there, so now he's got it back down here. And this is the kind of track that dude is really good at in that 62 Taro Cat Ford truck, Caterpillar. Trying
Up
to
on
read the
wall
stuff
there,
on
lead
there.
truck up on the wall. Craig Stukas. getting a
Some
piece of the
bubble
wall.
gum
He's
up
looking to
in
go
there.
below Reap now. Gathered it up, a little bit of scrape. But when you're going side by side like that, you really don't get to track out, you know, and use as much of the track as you can. You're kind of pinned down, so that allows that outside truck to stay there with you. You can go side by side all day here.
Well, Mr. Mogard from the rear is already up to P8. That's 18 positions, folks. Already for that truck, the 00. You start to wonder. We've had guys before that just did that for fun because they were bored with winning from the front, so they just started from the back. But in this day and era, day and age, this era, day and era, that's the first one there. That stuff don't happen. As we're inside truck here, that's what it looks like.
Dark green here, but we do have Jeff Hale coming out of the infield care center. Jeff, sorry they didn't throw a yellow on there to get that thing fixed. How you feeling, buddy?
Oh, yeah, there was no fix to that. Yeah, I snuck out the back door at the care center. I wanted to get up here with you guys for a little bit.
Right on, Jeff.
Short
Yeah,
leg
that's a
race.
bummer.
I hated to see that happen. I was really looking forward to it. Had a good truck tonight, but we have to wait till next time.
Appreciate that.
Jeff, I want to tell you, I watched you. You saw it happening in front of you. You kept going lower and lower. You couldn't have gone any lower. It's just too bad you still caught into that. Good job, good eyes. Sorry you got caught up.
Yeah, I thought I was going to clear him ducking down as far as I did, but apparently he was still coming down. But those things happen.
Well, tell us a little bit now with the checker flag, really resurgent, especially running there with your buddy Justin there, getting it on. Actually, nephew, right? So y'all related.
Yep, nephew. And
What,
not racing too long, and I'll tell you what, when he stepped in this thing, he's really got to handle everything pretty quick, as it shows. So yeah, he's really good since he's come along here.
Well, I like his style. Has great great competitiveness, but also sportsmanship, and flaunts that, and talks about it, and is appreciative of what he's got, running in this league. And you should know because you've won some championships and a lot of big races, especially you and Slim Jim Gately. I know Slim checks in every day. We miss him. Love to see him out here, man. One of these days,
Oh yeah, good old times back then. Miss those guys. But this is today, and got my nephew here. Got the same racing blood in us, and hopefully I can pick up after him now.
Absolutely. He's up to P5 now, and probably could spot for him a little bit or something. As the 34 Wisman and 00 Mogard, extended some greetings together. I think that's more like giving a push down the straightaway. So Jeff, you're a draft expert. Tell us, you can draft in these trucks and push a little down the straightaway. Tell us what's up.
Yeah, the trick to it is, get with somebody that can run a good, smooth, steady line, and then, just stay on that bumper. And as long as you stay hooked up, that's how you work the draft. And one thing about iRacing compared to 2003 is the side draft is a lot more pronounced, and that's a little trick that I'm, getting the hang of now, and it's going to pay off. But yeah, that's what drafting's all about.
Yeah, me and Jim also know, running for years with that sim. The greatest sim maybe of all time, until now. But it had its weaknesses. Now, I mean, the things you can do with the side drafting and stuff, from what I hear, is amazing.
Let's see where we're at, guys. Lap 10. Jeff, feel free to hang out as long as you like. Lap 10 there. We're looking at Sean Shees rounding out the top 10. He started 15th, so we got a few hard charges already. Like you said, Jared Mogard up 14 spots. Shane Wisman up 5, and again, Sean Shees is up 5 as well. So comers and goers here early on. We're about almost halfway through our first fuel run here in the FSB Truck I Series.
Well, talking about teammates, we call some of these guys Donkey Bob teammates because they're teammates of ours, but also the Monsoon team, great team in this league. When they run here, even though they're donkeys, and 18 of Stukas against the wall. The Monsoon guys with Wisman and of course Matt Watkins and your winner this year, Guy Pitra in that. Shelby Ford pickup there, or I wouldn't be standing here telling you that. Whoa, they're racing hard.
62 got a piece of the wall there, it looked like.
Yeah, it looked like he come up right behind Jared, and looks like he lost front grip and just pushed up to the wall.
But look at the line Stukas is running up there. What do you think about that low versus high line here, Jeff?
Yeah, Justin loves that high line, and Craig's adapted to it pretty well now. And another one of our teammates just came on board, so kudos to him.
Right on. Well, he knows quality when he sees it. He runs with Donkey Bop in the races, in the road race and stuff, and now he's FSBing with Checkered Flag. He knows what's up.
Your leaders, Matt Watkins, followed by Jason Seams, now up 4 spots. Jared Mogard, Sean Reap, and Shane Wisman, your top 5 on screen there. Keeping an eye on that 88. Jason Seams on the outside. One of the many Seams you'll see here at FSB. We've got 1 in the race, I see. Yep.
Yeah, it seems that way.
It would seem so.
The one I got my eye on is Jared. I mean, he's really come up through the field, up to 3rd, and like his tires is holding up pretty well. So he might be battling Matt here in a minute.
Yeah, so Jeff, around 23 laps is what we've kind of been told. We're at lap 13. What's it like pitting here in California?
It's not too bad compared to the other tracks. Plenty of room getting in. A lot of room on the track, for the trucks to get by as you pit. So I really don't see a issue as far as pitting goes.
A 55-mile-an-hour pit road speed?
That's correct. And yeah, about 22 laps on the fuel. So I think around 20 might be the magic number to get in.
I have to ask you, Jeff, I'm a little bit concerned about the flagman's health tonight. The flagman was either ill or sick or not paying attention, didn't see the wreck, but I know that you're kind of upset about that, and tell us a little bit about that. Would you like to have a little conversation with that flagman after the race? I would think you would.
Just show me where the woodshed is. We'll take it from there.
Been that way as far as I can remember here. It's crazy with that. You can see the huge apron as they go by. It's many football fields down there, but it's amazing. Two trucks smashed would bring out a yellow one. All right. Guess you guys weren't fixing them much anyway.
even in NASCAR 2003, they were very, I don't know if it was the same guy, Bernie
Oh,
or.
Watkins in the wall.
Oh,
Your leader, Bazooka on my screen. Put it up in the wall there on X. No, in the middle of the corner, out on exit, a little too high. With Mogard breathing down his tail, breathing down his neck. Might have been just giving Jared a little bit of room. Might have went a little too far. So your new leader, Jared Mogard, from the rear to the front in less than a stint on lap 16 here. About 5 laps away from our first round of green flag pit stops, if we can stay green till then.
absolutely. Back at the back here, a lot of veterans there. You're looking at, there's like this ain't dog years here. You got Pops, you got uh, TG Reese, you got the 7 truck. You got Jerry Farkolb.
Oh.
Farkolb is into the side of the 113 of Dale Ellis.
And that gets a yellow. That
And
gets a
that's
caution
the
before
yellow
he's done
flag.
spinning.
Let's take a look at that. Dave Ellis, Dale, and man, I'm terrible with names. I'll tell you what.
Dave Ellis.
Yeah, Dave
Jerry
Ellis
Forkolb.
and Jerry Forkolb. Forkolb is, it took me long enough to even say it right, let alone know how to spell it. So let's take a look at this, see what happens. Looks to
Peter
me
has taken the
like
caution.
it's a little up and a little down, but I think Ellens did not see the 78 there, because the 78 was pretty much holding his line, but he did kind of go up there. I don't know. It's probably a racing incident, but Jerry will have to count that one. Nah, yeah. Looking at it from that way, Jerry's trying to get out. He's trying to go down to avoid that, and just a misfortunate event there for the 115. I don't know if they got any wall there, so might
Didn't
just be
look
a
like
little.
it. Shouldn't be a ton of damage. Rules back in the day was if it's too close to call, then just count it, and you don't have to deal with it towards the end of the race. Just consider it.
Yep.
And but again, that'll be up for Kevin and admins to review and decide. But FSB Racing, 2 incidents causing damage or caution flag, results in counting it. And if you have 2, you go ahead and park it. Which that does. Basically, it's after you had 1. After you've had a mistake, we don't want guys just doing them over and over again. So we just kind of like, all right, the rest of the race, I'm gonna take it easy, take what the race gives me, and not cause another one. And that seems to work out pretty well.
Yeah, we asked the drivers to.
I've seen guys win races after getting one. I've won them before, because you just doesn't mean you can't race. It's just, man, if you make contact, spin somebody out, then you could be winning the race. You better park it, or you're gonna sit the following week.
Here comes the race down pit road. Boy, TV3 down pit road looks really cool. Here they go.
I mean, all results are final, but then afterwards things can be dealt with. You don't change things as they happen. But so anyway,
so
here
Mogard
comes
and Watkins
the
are your
50.
leaders going in. Oh. Let's check the tires. Who's taking 2? Or all should be taking 4. It was almost a full run.
Everybody like Noah's Ark here. 4 tires.
See if Watkins can creep out before Mogard gets to the line. I don't think so. Who they give
He
it to?
spun the mustard off that hot dog, and yeah, he didn't make it. Mogard gets the spot. I believe that's the way I saw it.
It looked like it. Mogard's got the clean entrance to his stall too, starting in the back there, so he gets the run all the way down pit road.
You want to be in the front or the back?
So we'll be restarting just after lap 20. We've had 1 caution here, guys. Mogard, your leader, followed by Matt Watkins. Jason Seams, your top 3. We have 16 trucks still on the lead lap with 2 out so far. Let's see. Yeah, while we have a moment. Coming up next week is going to be Kentucky. I'm sure Jeff's already chomping at the bit for that one, as Kentucky Speedway is going to be next week. And then we're going to go Bristol and Watkins Glen. So how about the variety in February here at FSB? Kentucky, Bristol, Watkins Glen, Nashville. That's a hell of a month. It's going to be fun.
There is rumors that there's a fellow by the name of Milt Minard who's going to be running that Watkins Glen late race. It's just a rumor.
I started that rumor this evening, And yeah, I
What
said
you
there's rumors
smoking?
around that Milt may actually click drive on that one and be our in-race reporter in a truck. Anyway, just put that out there. Don't tell him.
Yeah, I did actually get some track time last week at Bathurst as our team prepares for the 12 hours of Bathurst, an all GT field race. Was digging it, man. Getting some with Chet Park in there. He was kind of following me, obviously faster than me, but kind of following me through my paces and going, hey, man, a few more laps. You're starting to look pretty good there, brother. It's like I've been around that kangaroo hop before. Yep.
Absolutely, just like falling off a bike. You can't forget.
Lights are
Well,
out.
the lights out. Lights are out. We're coming around for another restart. It's going to be on lap 20, taking lap 21. So that's going to leave us with about 60 to go. As Matt Watkins back to third now after leaving pit road, but he is on the inside right behind your leader, Jared. Let's see what happens on this restart. They're coming at you, Milt.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. Not yet, baby. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. 18 wheeling trucking. But not quite yet. Tighten them belts up one more time. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Watkins and Mogart shot out of a cannon down the inside. The 88
I like that.
falls back. Yeah, tough start for the 88 on the outside.
Yeah, the 7 truck there, the Crown Royal, be a champion, drink responsible. Yeah, right on, definitely. Don't drink and drive. Anyway, here we go. Mogard from the rear with the gear. He's
Guy Peacher
Ricky
creeping up
Dicky
now.
to the front there, if you've seen
P6.
Full Metal Jacket.
151 Ford and P6 moved up quite a few spots on that on the pit stop there. Good stop by the Ford crew. Justin Bird right behind him in 7th last time by.
Yeah, this is perfect kind of racing for Guy Petra, and he's already got a win this season, and just really settling into, doing a lot of, or he's done a lot of, public racing, not league racing, but he's actually been, off the track for a while. So I think he's starting to get back into that rhythm. He's a great finisher.
I was just watching Matt, and he was trying to peek underneath Jared and ended up losing a spot or two here.
Exactly. That's how quick it goes. But these guys are in the draft here and picking up here. See what TG Reese can do, but he kind of pushes up a little bit. And the 115 truck doesn't seem too worse for wear, as he didn't lose much track position either. Not sure how that happened, but great for him.
Yeah, got your teammates working the bottom there, Jeff. Watkins hammer down the outside, got right in front of Craig there, ducks down in front of him and holds his spot though. Good recovery by Watkins. He could have lost a couple more spots right there. He's back at P4. Shane Wisman with a great restart the last couple laps. He is right on the 88's ass there going into turn 1.
Yeah, and here he is, Mr. Seams himself.
Truck in the wall.
Jason Seams. Also kind of, similar driver to Mogard I see in their styles. And now they're hooked up together. They run a lot in other, leagues, other professional leagues, along with a lot of these guys, which is great. These guys run stuff they like and when they like, when it works for their time. Yeah, it's wonderful. That's called sim racing community right there, getting it done.
Yeah, Jason's running that higher lane and really making it work. But I'll tell you somebody else we hadn't mentioned here too much. Quietly running right there in third. Shane.
Oh my gosh, Craig Stukas sideways. I think he might have peed himself a little, but he saves it and moves on. See if we catch that. Just down a little too low there. You don't want to get below that white line, son. I'm sure Jeff can attest to that. because it's pointed like the other way. It's like a trough right there.
Yes, it will
Uh,
definitely wake you up.
His sticker definitely peckered on that one.
About that, the 88, Jason Seams on the outside, takes over the lead. He's sitting 16th in points. He's got a lot of some races to make up here, but he's giving it all here with 25 laps down.
So we see the monsoon guys all lined up. The 34, the 15, and the 151. So that stuff usually doesn't happen by accident. And then you're seeing teammates lined up throughout the field here. These guys are starting to think about what's going to happen here in the future. It's really hard to like just pull out and make a move without help. These trucks are so draft dependent at these high speeds. I'm not sure exactly how much they lose running by themselves, but it's pretty much like, same kind of stuff as Daytona to a point. Drafting is just a little bit different here, not quite as the same.
Mogard running a slightly lower line through the turn there, but holding on to his tires. He's going to follow a little bit. Now we got to feel each other out again, right? We just got started on this restart. We got to know we went going on. So we're 7 laps in on this run approximately?
No, it was lap 20 when we went green.
That's right, 20 to 21. Perfect. So we're 8 laps in.
Actually, lap 21 when they crossed the line.
10-4. 184 miles an hour into turn 1. They're almost side by side for the lead up there. You got to think Mogard's doing all he can to just stay where he's at and not pushing it too much. I went from the rear to the front and made his tires last on that last run. So we'll see what he does this time.
Back to the front.
Looking under.
One thing I noticed about this track is you want to draft down the straightaways, but when you get into turns, you kind of want to stagger the car in front of you and keep air on that nose to keep that front grip. If you get behind somebody getting in a turn, you really got a tendency to push. And as we've seen some of the guys already do.
Fantastic analysis there and what's so cool about that is that's what you see on Sunday and Saturday when you watch these guys for real. I mean, they're saying the same things, and in my experience in sim racing was great, but it was, the level that iRacing has taken this to, as this is getting really
close. 34. Had to check up a little bit. Watkins did a great job to avoid him. Wow. Mogard back out front.
All these guys work at different platforms, work just like Jeff said, getting there on their nose and then picking up the draft, either side draft or, as you see, the
115 gets turned.
And they go together. 115 gets some air there. Fly away. Fly, Pelican. He went up in the air, and yeah, you can see the bottom of his truck. That's no bueno. Welcome to California, and not too much though, back down, but and the caution is out this time, which once again I just can't. Why the heck did Bernie throw the caution on these and not on the one with Hale and Andy? I just don't get it, man. I think somebody had to wake him up after that.
Yep, we're under caution here, lap 32. Going to be coming around. Everybody should be getting. We're going to all get 4 tires here, Jeff, after just less than 10 laps? About 12 laps?
I think I would come in and get them.
We're about
So
halfway.
you got two sets left. So you would be putting on set number 3 right now.
Yep.
But you could still go
You can't go
quite
2 and
a
2
ways
if you
on
want.
those.
Oh yeah, 2 and 2 if you want. That's right. Good point, Sam. Well said. Let's see what happens down pit road this time as the teams and the crews are going to decide our restarting order here and getting into that stall perfectly. See if the 151 crew can back up that great stop last time, give him even more track position.
Jared Mogard and the Chevrolet, they're coming down pit road. FAFO on the front there. Gotta see some of that other sponsorship if we can. Get a little work on that. Get a little work for him, but down pit road, I like, Penske won the 24 Hours of Daytona, and they pitted in the back like that and got that early entry and great leave as he gets right there.
Guy Petra taking 2. There's
Oh,
the
there we
taker. Sean
go.
Sheaves as well.
Or I wouldn't be standing here telling you that.
Yep, here we go.
I
Somebody
put
wants to get on
Z-Max in every
TV
one
here.
of
So make
my
some track
trucks.
position
Yeah.
gambles. See if it pays off. We're going to be restarting at about the halfway point, roughly lap 35. See who took 2 and who took 4. Anybody in front of Mogard probably took 2, and a couple
Yeah,
of
so
them.
you got 4 sets of tires, Jeff. So what happens when you take 2? You still got to throw the other 2 away? It just saves you on time, or what?
Only if I had to stop with maybe 10, 12 laps to go, then I would put them on.
Oh, so you would put just lefts on, like,
yeah, but
if that's all you had left.
but personally, I would have never took 2 on this stop. I would have been happy with 4.
10-4. Most everybody did that. So let's see how that pans out. By the way, you're adding a really cool aspect to this. I hope you stay here and finish out the race with us. I'd love that.
Yeah, nothing better to do. Be trying to earn my way up here, but we'll take it
Yeah,
any way we can.
dude, you've earned your way up here for years. Your whole career been outstanding, upstanding, dude. So, and you won some stuff. So,
Oh yeah, long time and proud member of FSB. I can't say enough what this league does and the broadcast that you guys do, and including Adam and those guys. Always enjoyed watching the broadcast, so appreciate that.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that as well. Guy Petra is going to be on point. Andrew Elliott, so a couple donkey boppers out
Andrew
front.
Elliott.
Jared, Wisman, Seams, Watkins, Reese. Justin Bird's still there. Watch out for Stukas. And Dave Ellens still showing 10th. I think he's going to drop back when he goes down. He just pitted. Chet, Pops, Sean Reap, Forkolb, Sean Shees, and Kevin May still out there.
Oh man, I'm watching a little roll bar cam here from Shane Wisman. Seeing that paint, Scooby Doo there is pretty scary. Got some monster machine and you look at that rear deck lid. Ooh, right.
Yeah, it's going to be
Mike?
interesting on this restart to see if these guys with 2 tires, if they can hold these guys off till their pressure's built up.
Yeah, looking at that rear paint as we get ready to go green here of you're gonna have to get that later of the 09 Scooby Doo machine. Let's go.
Good restart for Petra, but Andrew, a little sluggish on the outside as he's going to get split going into turn 1 by the 88 and the 34. Mogard right back to the lead.
Man, I'm telling you, woo! These guys are good, man. You just can't pull this out of a hat, dude. I'm telling you.
Keeping an eye on Watkins back there in about 5th. Is he going to go with the 34? Is he going to follow the 88? Is he going to sit there again? We're halfway home. We're finishing lap 35 with 35 to go next time by.
Well, yeah. So we restart like lap 34. Yeah. So now you could look at and the reason why Jeff was probably saying that because now you can look at like one more stop if
Yeah,
this goes
definitely
green.
one more stop, and if it was me, I would just cut the run dead in half, and that way you get a maximum amount of tire that you can.
Oh,
Oh,
guy
Peacher's
pitcher
on the
way on
apron.
the apron.
He's trying to stay out of the way, but he's making it tough.
Yeah,
Good
is
job.
that truck that bad with 2 tires, Jeff? If you just get 2 tires, is the performance that bad?
Yeah, on a restart, you take 2. It's a little bit slick, like I say, till the tire pressures build up, and the guys that take 4, they just take advantage of that situation.
From first to 11th and falling back, he got his points for lap lead. Once he gets it situated, should be all right. But he's got Sean Sheaves behind him. He's got Jerry Forkolb outside of him, making a Petra sandwich, making a Ford sandwich back there. But it looks to be clear now.
Yeah, Petra and Jerry Forkolb, they love talking trash to each other, and they do it often. They always say they're going to wreck each other, but very rarely seems to happen. I just think it's like a good little fun banner is. Oh,
gets
Pop
really
Ferguson
loose.
in the 99 got down
Good
on that
save, Pop.
apron and saves it. The veteran, the 76-year-old, gets it done. Oh, a double swapper right there, but
Watch Sean
got her
Sheaves
low
go by.
down. As Sean Sheaves goes by him, no harm, no foul, no blood.
Yeah, long time
Sheaves
member
and
Pops.
Elliott battling for 12s. Go ahead.
It's a long time member of Pop's been around for quite a while, and that was a good save on his part.
Yeah, Pop's like many of these guys. It's so wonderful. We know we've known each other for so long. We know each other's lives. The good times, the bad times. It's family. I mean, it's looking for each other to show up when it's race time. And hey, there he is. Getting in, and you just love that fellowship.
How about Jason Seams working that outside lane again, on our leader? He's got everybody else working behind him too, so he might get the push here.
I think so. I think they've ganged up on Mogard, and but then again, once, like you said, they have to find nose. Air in the nose. If they don't, then they got to back off. Either way, yeah, they don't just blow by the 0, but now they take the lead.
Yeah, I think Jared just staying on the bottom, not using them up. He's going to stay in their draft. They get a good run for laps, 5 through 15 or something. But let's see if we're still green after that, if Mogart can bring it back. But he drops back to 4th now with Bird all over his rear there in 5th.
Yeah, fresh tires, you really feel like Superman, but, in order to have a good run, you really got to manage the tires at this race.
Well, that's exactly. So, and now that opens up several different strategies here because you don't want, if you pit and there's no caution and you split it up like Jeff was talking, you're in the catbird seat.
Oh, definitely.
If you do not and you stay out, then a caution comes out, then those trucks are going to be in the catbird seat. So, what do you do? And you can see now as the 2 tire guys are bleeding, cash here. That obviously they're going to have to try to make it. This sucker stays green. They got to make it to, like 20 to go, which is still 18 laps away.
Yeah, I can see on the chats, Wisman and Watkins are in the same channel, so they're communicating, working together. That's 3rd and 4th, and you can see how they're kind of working in tandem there. See how that plays out towards the end. Also, Petra's running with those guys. Best the guys in the racing channel, or you have Jeff's teammates over there, Stukas and Bird, working together, of course. Oh boy, the 33 almost gets to the back of the 13, takes it up on the high line. Chet's in the mix now. Here comes the purple truck.
Little bit of slap and tickle there with the two veterans. Gosh dang it, Chet just had a birthday. At 68, I think now. So
Yep.
you know, Chet
68.
ain't no spring chicken, but
Yeah, great save by TG. They got together there.
the 78 and the 68-year-old just got into it. Each, you know, isn't that bitching? You know, and you know these guys can still roll. You know, they're out there duking it out, dude.
I was watching our leaders. Jared was all over Jason in front, and Jared's running the higher lane now and letting Jason run lower.
Reap and Chet sliding across the grass there. Are they going to continue with or without? Yo, caution's out.
Caution out.
Oh, there's all kinds of. There must have been some gravel down there. I don't know. You know, or something. Reap was definitely throwing up debris after that. As he just, yeah, I don't think, man, we're gonna have to see a straight on view of that and see, because you know, from the side view as I'm watching now, not sure. Okay, here exactly. Thank you, Sammy. And it looked like one guy went up. It kind of looked like Reap went up on the 68, but the 68 was also kind of coming down. As you look at the lines on the track there, you see them both converging together in a spot they don't want to be in. So I'm calling that a racing incident, and I'm just an announcer. So former admin in the league years ago, but so you know that's how we roll, and you know, sucks, but it should be no damage for them guys, and no, neither one of them are sitting on one, so they can still race um, and try to have some fun here. So now this changes everything. 45 laps. What do you do now? Obviously, those one tire dudes, they're getting 4. You got to.
Yeah, they have
So,
to. It's going to be
so
longer
this
than
is
the stint
the
to the
last
finish.
set, right? This is set
Well,
number 4.
You know, Milt, strategies always change. It seems like during a race, especially when the caution comes out, because, like I say, it changes everything. You know, our guys going to
Absolutely,
be trying to save fuel, make it to the end from here? Or the guys that took 2, they want to get track position and just take the other 2? Or do you go ahead and take use your set now and take all 4? You know, what happens if you get a late caution? You know, the guys that still might have 4 tires could come into play. So anything could happen.
Yeah, so I mean, these guys, I don't know, Mogard out pretty quick. So maybe he could. I did not see what he did. Matt Watkins looks like 4 tires straight up. So that's his last set there, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And that would be the 34-2 there. And that's that's 24 laps to go. So that's right in the window. You know, I mean, card laid is a card played, and they won't be stopping again. I don't believe, unless they got something, you know, like an inside tire. But no, these guys got 4 every time, so I don't think so.
Looking at the 78, Jerry Frokold took 2 and moved up a couple spots on that stop. He's now behind Shane in the 34, so Jerry's going to move up a couple spots next time by. Big gamble by the Chevy 78 team, taking 2.
Mogard, fuel only.
Okay, so we got to report Mogard fuel only, and what's going on? He's going back down pit road, or is this a replay?
These guys are topping off because you're right there at it, and save a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 24. Yeah, wow. Yes, sir. So they're going to lose track position. Too. Matt Watkins chooses not to do that.
I would get my tires now if I was Mogard.
Oh, no tires. Somebody there had to back up. I missed it. Dang it. Somebody missed their marks a little bit. Did not catch that. Sorry.
Jerry's coming back in for 4. I must have been looking at an earlier replay, but he's getting 4 now. All right, we're going to reset this whole thing, and who's going to end up out front? Who stayed out? And how many
Who-
laps to green? How many laps to go when we go green here? Are the lights out?
Well,
Yes, they are.
we're waiting.
And I'm
We're going to be
behind
hitting
at
48,
48.
70 laps, 22, 23 to go, right? From here? I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah, and
And
like
remember,
Jeff said, definitely we're yeah.
remember, I think Mogart still got a set of tires, so we get a late caution that could really play into his
Ye-
hand.
Yes, sir.
Who knows how to
Yes,
better
sir.
be a fuel driver than Matt Watkins, though? I mean, here he is in the catbird seat. He is the man with the fuel plan.
Well, yes, sir. Again, Matt Watkins, the greatest I've ever seen at saving fuel. And let's see how much he can save right now because he's got the Wolves on at bay. As Chad Barkin up there in the P4 there with some strategy, and he spins the tires, doesn't get going, and so Stukas gets up on the inside there. Matt Watkins with the lead.
Yeah, we've got a mix of trucks. Started in the back, they're up front. A lot of your front runners are in the back now as we're all shuffled up. But keep an eye on Jared Mogard, P5 right now. And we got 23 to go, a full length green flag run to the checkers. Let's see if we get it.
Sean Reed trying to take a look at the 88. It feels like the 62 truck wants to get to going now. Can he do that on? Yeah, I don't know what his tire strategy was there, but I'm pretty sure. And he disappeared for a minute there on my screen, but he's back and going. And he's with Mogard. You want to when you see stud, like Bear Bryant used to say that there's a stud. When you find a stud like Matt Watkins or one of these guys, you kind of want to hang out with them because they can take you where you want to go.
Sean Sheep showing a black flag here on the entry list, and Jason Seams had a bit of a quality issue. It's finally starting to climb back up. Yep, he's coming back, but yeah, you're right. The truck was blinking. But a black flag showing for the 7 truck. Not
Yeah,
sure
I don't know
exactly
what's up
what.
with that.
I'm not sure, but I think somebody might have spun the tires on the start, and he might have got underneath them and
Might have been
and
Chester.
passed before the line or something. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, the 68 looked like he didn't get to going, and before we got there, and Mogard goes backwards actually as Sean Reed powers ahead of the 00 with Jason Seams behind, and here comes Andrew Elliott on the inside with a little help from Guy Pitra. You got Scooby Doo and Carol Shelby going at it. Ruh-roh.
Update from the 7 team. They are released. He had at least a minute hold on pit road. Yeah, so it must have been on the restart passing before the line. He's back and running though, so he may be a lapped truck to deal with here, but it shouldn't be a bunch of damage. And the 7 truck running around looking for a caution to get back on the lucky dog.
Yeah, one of those guys that lives, he lives in the Pittsburgh area, and so it's pretty late there. He's a pretty private guy. I'll just say that he's a public service type of guy, and he's the kind of guy you'd probably want your kid to marry if you had a daughter, but because he's just such a wonderful person, and I'll leave it at that.
Somebody that started to make the presence known is my nephew, the Birdman. He just took a look underneath the 34, and everybody else just went right on by. So kind of a tough mistake there.
Look at the different lines there. P2, 3, and 4. 3 different lines with the Birdman just waiting to attack. Who's he going to follow? He's going to follow his teammate on the outside, looks like. Watkins slams the door. 13 has to check up. He's got Wisman underneath him. And he's got the 62 right behind him. So Watkins kind of slammed the door on the 13 there. Didn't give him a pass on the outside. He's separated from his teammate now.
Yeah, he gave it enough room there, but that was, a back off kind of moment. So I think these guys know as it's getting down to it, it's time to go with about coming up on 16 to go. Or 17.
Craig Stukas. Craig Stukas with the lead.
Yeah, Craig Stukas out front.
Yeah, so you got the lap truck and the 7 here. What do? Well, he's a class act. He knows. Right now, you want to hope the caution comes out and not lose a lap, but he is definitely not going to want to be a part of this. And I'm pretty sure he's going to run high and let these guys go by and eat it. But we're seeing he's got good momentum on the outside there.
He's going to try and stay there, I think, because this will put him 2 laps down.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
if he gets
we're
a
out here
caution
to
right
race.
now, he's good to go. But yeah, he's going to stay
Yeah.
there for just a little bit. But I think once they get racy, hopefully he'll let him go, being a lap
Yeah,
down.
and we've seen that before. With these professional drivers, they know what to do. And these guys all know. Yeah, okay. Right now, nobody's trying to pressure me except the 13 is all over Matt Watkins like a cheap suit.
Well, Craig may
And then
not
here
be
goes Wisman.
Craig may not be in a hurry to get by, and might be trying to save a little bit of fuel and using the 7 as to help save fuel in the draft.
Okay, so Jeff, back in the day with 2003, there was a clear way to clutch, and save fuel. Can you do that now in the modern world with the iRacing sim? Is there contact with Wisman and the 13? Just a little, side drafting. Can you do that?
Yep, definitely. Just like 2003, you can clutch and or as I do a lot of times too, you can roll out the throttle a whole lot sooner and save that way too.
You can
You don't
also.
want to be.
I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
Jeff. You can also shut off the ignition.
Yes, you can. But I'm old school. Once I started clutching, that's what I've always stuck with. And hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, no kidding. That's I'm asking questions, but I'm like, man, it just shows the evolution of, which is so cool. I mean, that's what we're here for. We all wish we were real race car drivers. However we get here, whether it's our dad took us to racing, or our dad was a racer, or we were a racer, or we all have a link and a passion to racing, and that's why we're all here right now at this moment. And,
Not all
so
races are up
there it is.
front. Lots going on in the back. The 62. Jared Mogart is just taking his time going through the field. Jerry Furkolb just gave him the spot. He's up. Chet Markin is going to be up next. But these guys have been battling, and Kevin Mays has kind of got the best of these guys the last couple laps. He's leading this little pack. But Jared is in no hurry. He's going. Look at that. You can see he's just kind of cruising with these guys, minding his business. But he started dead last on this restart in that 0 truck, and now he's up to about 12th. Keep an eye on him. 13th.
Bet you he's saving fuel.
Well, the thing is he's got so he's probably got a disadvantage with tires. His advantage is if we get a caution, and then he's going to get tires and nobody else has any left. But he needs that to happen pretty soon.
Yeah, he's going to run out of laps here shortly as we are coming up on lap 59. 58 in the books here out of 70. Multiple races going on the track. You got the front pack of 6 trucks. You got a small pack in the middle of 4. And then you've got the rear pack with about 5 more. All jockeying for position and points here at FSB. Again, this is race 4 of 13. Register tonight. Race with them tomorrow here at FSBRacing.com.
That's how quickly it can happen. And that's okay. We got Justin Bird starting to take a look at Watkins here, but he can't keep that momentum down and gets on the apron a little bit there, and it upsets that truck. Now that gives the momentum to the 34 and the 62. They want to work this right now. But,
Matt taking a look on the outside of Craig.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 laps or so to go, and let's not forget, how many of these guys have been saving enough fuel to try and make it to the end.
Yeah, they're going to be 12 to go next time by.
California fornication. Here we
She's
go.
hanging with him. Maybe he's got a teammate he can push there. Keep an eye on that 7 truck. He's 2 laps down, but he's with the lead pack, hanging right behind Reap. And Sean Reap sitting with that lead pack now. So he's in the top 5, run by Duke.
Well, how much, how awesome, and Sean Reap honestly was not wanting to do iRacing at first, but he came along and it's working right. He's starting to show what he's shown throughout the years at FSB, that he can be a champion and he can win races, and he's right in this mix.
Bogard clears this group of 5, so he's leading this pack back here, and that's going to be P11 though. If he doesn't get that caution, let's see if Chet clips the wall just a little bit. Nine to go. The 13, all over the back of his teammate in the 18. They're chasing Matt Watkins out front, your pole sitter, and my pick. Trying to hang on to the lead with just a handful of laps here left at Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California.
I think Mogard really was expecting one more caution, and he was banking on that, and he's paying the price now, because that truck is not responding for him with these guys with better tires up front. And it's Matt Watkins up front, and it's about to get seriously busy up here.
Yeah, Matt's doing a whole lot of mirror driving. Been watching Craig running that high line. He's getting some good momentum coming off. So.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So he's trying to stall his run and pick up his run when he gets a run. Stall him and then go up there to the top. As Stukas, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly.
Doesn't seem to affect it too much. We've seen him a handful of trucks clip that wall repeatedly, and it doesn't seem to slow him down a whole lot. Does that calculate some damage to be repaired, Jeff?
I don't think he hit it too hard. He was running the high lane anyway, so if he had been on the bottom lane and went up and hit the wall, he'll have a lot more damage, which would definitely affect the truck. But running that high lane, tap the wall, I think he'd be okay.
Well, we know who Uncle Jeff is rooting for, and then there goes Craig Stukas with a power move. Can he do this slide job negative?
Oh, but Matt's picking up that momentum, running that high lane. Here he comes, taking the lead back over.
Behind him. See if Bird drops down to the bottom here to help his teammate through the corner. Yeah,
you got Wisman teaming with him. The 7 truck, he's just going to try to help somebody. He's going to probably try to help Reap, as a flock of birds fly by. I think those were big crows here in California.
Going to be 5 laps to go next time by. Watkins, Stukas, Wisman, Bird, and Reap battling for the win here and the podium.
Drove it in deep there, Stukas, and it wasn't like he didn't have any help. It just really going from that bottom there stalls out. Now he's going to try to side drafts with Wisman here.
Too many battles to watch at once. 3 trucks battling for 6. That's going to be TG, the 09 and the 151, and then behind them, Mogard battling with Jerry and Pops for the top 10. So lots of races all over the track. Less than 5 to go. See what we got. 18. Yeah. Lost a lot of momentum.
There's also a hot dog there, and that upsets. Watkins is banking on that, but he's going to stall out there without any help, but now he's got his teammate behind him. This is exactly what Monsoon Motorsports was looking for. But, the Bird has gotten the word, and he's in that group here. Can these other 2 trucks muster, or are they going to fight each other? The 62 and the 18 still picking up some of that draft as they get closer again. Here comes the 13 with a big run.
Yeah, no more saving fuel
line
now.
out of
Now
3
it's
and
time to
4.
go.
Yep, putting the fuel saving to bed. If they think they can make it, we're going. 3 laps to go.
It's just hard to comprehend that they could even try to save fuel there. If their gauges are telling them it's pretty close, they're like, it's too late now. So
Oh, that's when you turn the radio off to the crew chief and you go for it.
13's got a hell of a run
Yes,
down the
sir.
back straight. Is he going to stay high going into 3?
He's
We'll
got
see.
nobody to help him, so he needs Reap to get up on him, and then the 18 too, and then the 3 of them try to attack these 2. How much you got left here? You know the 34 is going to stick with the 15. You got to think that. Okay, he's making that move now, but I'm a little worried about that stalling unless he can come back up and side draft the 34 here. It's going to be
See if
tough.
Watkins can pick up his teammates, stay on the high side, or is he going to stay in the middle?
It
It's
just
a run by
stalls
the
out so much.
34 on the outside. Reap's trying to sneak into 3rd. They're going to go 3 wide into 3.
Reap
Coming up
needs
on
to
the
help.
white flag.
Reap needs to help
Lap
him.
and a half to go. Here comes the 18 out of nowhere.
Now 18's going balls to the wall, and that's not gonna. That's exactly what Matt Watkins and the 34 need. What's the 34 gonna do? He's gonna stay with his teammate as they come to 1 to go.
Yeah, Wisman looked like he went high. Might have threw a little block. Here comes the 18 as they're racing for the podium now.
Hey, 1 move is okay. 2 is a block.
Well, you're actually legal to block now for the rest of the race at your own risk.
Yeah, that is the FSB rule to block at your own risk.
Watkins with 5-6 car lengths going into the final corner. The race
Just
for
crushing
second and
them.
3rd. Who's going to be on TV post-race? Milt, here we go down to the line.
The bird just pulls away from the 34 as he stalls out. Contact with the 18 as they go across the line. And it's going to be the 3 of them. Great win by Matt Watkins. Justin Bird
Watkins taking
second.
the win.
And
Not
30.
wire to wire, but he started on the pole, takes the win. Justin Bird coming back the closing laps for second, and Shane Wisman starting 11th, finishing 3rd. Fireworks down the back straight here in Fontana.
Hopefully I had you cleared there on that block, Craig. I'll have to go back and look at it. Nope, you're good, dude. Good racing, guy.
Outstanding race. Craig Stukas, 4th, just out of that podium. Sean Reap, solid 5th. There's T.G. Reese, great run all the way up to 6th. Guy Petrus, 7th. Andrew Elliott, 8th. Jared Mogard, 9th. And Jerry Forkolb, 10th. Still a top 10 for Mogard there. I think he'll still be your points leader. Jason Seams. Let's see. Jerry Forkolb, Jason Seams, Kevin Mays, your top 12. Then we have Pops, Chet, Sean Sheaves, and Dave Ellens, and our buddy Jeff Hale in the booth, and Adam Roberts rounding out your 18 trucks.
Yeah, I would love Jeff to interview his nephew, P2, if he doesn't mind. We'll hang out here, but first we'll try to get the top 3 here. Wisman, Bird, and, I'll take care of Wisman, and then we'll hand Jeff over to Justin, and so he can ask him some questions, and then we'll head up to Matt Watkins. So as we try to gather these guys up there, Watkins just parks it on the line there, and it's like, thanks for inviting me to California. I had a lot of fun.
As we get our podium finishers up here in the booth, we may have to go drag them up here if they're Watkins. He knows the directions. I'd like to thank all of our fans watching at YouTube TV.
Yep.
Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah, thank you everybody so much, and we have so much fun doing this, and so do y'all, and that's what it's all about, especially the drivers. It's just so much fun that they enjoy it. It's always been about that for when me and Jim tried to broadcast 20 years ago, and the technology.
That's just good racing there.
Can you
I
make
don't
it up?
think you did anything wrong. Yes, sir. I'll be
Nice.
there. One
That's very
second.
close.
Well, for boys. All right, see you in a minute. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
right, we're working on gathering up the podium finishers. There's Shane. We've got working on Matt Watkins.
I reached in, pulled him out the car, and brought him up the stairs. Here he is. So take it away, guys.
All righty. Well, P3, man, was that stuff crazy? Shane Wisman, working with your bro there and teammate, Monsoon Motorsports, Matt Watkins. Tell us about your race, man.
Yeah, it's a great track. It's too bad it only exists in iRacing World now, because it's just so fun to race. But the story of the night was kind of, I felt, where the cautions were going to land and who's going to have tires at the end if we got that late race caution. And at this track, the racing is so tight. You don't put a late race caution. You don't just assume that you're not going to have any cautions. After the first couple, like it tends to play out normally. So, I guess Matt and I were on the strategy where we didn't want to leave any tires on the trailer, and just hoping that it went green there for that last stint. And Justin had a hell of a race there. I think his entry was a little better into 3 than mine, and probably saved him a little tire at the end to get past me. And Craig had a great great race all night as well. And hopefully I didn't throw that block too late there. Coming to the line, I'm not much of a blocker, so not a lot of practice at it, but hopefully it was clean. So.
Yeah, that was awesome. And definitely, you guys, pretty much everybody had that strategy except for Mogard. And if a caution came out, it might have been different, but it did not. And so we were lucky enough to get Jeff Hale in the booth because he had an unfortunate early caution. So we'd like him to interview his nephew here, Justin Bird. Take it away, Jeff.
Well, first, congrats to Matt. Well done. You had a good car all night, and yeah, Justin. Notice you were kind of laying back towards the sixth, seventh or so during the early part of the race, and different strategies were changing at different times. The guys were taking 2 tires, and depending when the cautions fell out, were you just trying to save tires early on? And then the other thing, how close was the fuel on that last run? I didn't know if some of you guys are going to make it or not.
Yeah, thanks, Uncle Jeff. Yeah, the fuel, I was like half a lap to the good, but other than that, it was really good racing. Mainly, I was kind of just buying time, trying to save my tires, not push it too much, and just ride around there and wait till the end and start slowly pushing up. And actually, for once, I had a little bit of tire left. I seem to usually burn my tires up pushing too hard, but just wish I would have run a little bit higher a few laps prior. I might would have at least got to Matt, but I don't know if I would have passed him. But lots of good racing. Really enjoyed racing at night under the lights, especially in these trucks. Truck seems really good this season. I'm enjoying them a lot.
Yeah, I was also telling my buddies here in the booth. It seemed like when I was out there, for practice and stuff, that it seemed like if you were, in the draft on the straightaways, you hit with the speed, but when you got to the turns, I told them that you kind of want to stagger the car in front of you and try and keep some air on the nose to not lose that front grip. Is that what you felt also?
Yeah, definitely utilizing the draft on the straightaways and kind of in the corners. I was just kind of just trying to not scrub my tires too much and really not be right up on somebody in the turn. Just trying to just manage what I had, have something saved for the end.
Well, great run tonight to finish second. Made that move late, and it seemed like it paid off. And how about our winner, Matt Watkins?
Hey, um, yeah, that was a interesting race. I felt good about it. And then the first run, whatever reason, I pushed out of 4 and killed the wall and lost the lead. And I thought I had damage because it drove so differently, but it was just dirty air. Like, it changed it that much, how different it drove. It's unbelievably tight. So I was hoping we get maybe some green runs and some green pit stops. So I can kind of flip a few things and get the track position back. But that didn't work out. Had caution. So yeah, I just tried to trying to put things together. And then last season at Las Vegas, I did the no take tires thing and hoping for a late caution, never got one. And so this time I was just taking tires every time. If we get a late caution, we're out of tires, and that's just the way it is. So um, definitely wasn't going to leave any tires like we did
Yeah,
in Vegas last season.
I think Jared was saving us it and hoping for that caution to come out. And yeah, I noticed when you tapped the wall, wasn't sure whether you had damage or not. And then late there in the race, with you leading, you're burning more fuel. Were you trying to save that last run too? And how close were you on fuel?
Yeah, I was trying to say a little bit. Like I saw Craig was coming, and I was okay letting him go, and just hanging for a bit. Um, and it kept saying I was barely like half lap to the good. I was still paranoid, and didn't trust it, but I was like, it says it must be it. So I then once I got a run on Craig and I got the outside, I had to take the run and go and just take the lead and let the fuel play out. So um, yeah, it was tight, but I mean it was pretty consistent. After about 10 laps, it said I was good, and it just kind of stayed there. So um, definitely still got to look back what I did to push up in that first run. I hit the wall because that was, I mean, if the race would have played out naturally, that would have probably been to lose the control of the race. As good as Jared is, like just to give him the lead like that would be a challenge to get it back. So lucky the strategy played out this time, but yeah, I got to get a little better and not pancake the wall in the first run. I might help things in the future.
Well, good job again. That was a nice win, and had a good time up here in the booth with my old buddies up here. And so we're glad to be a part of this tonight. And hopefully I can do it again, and we'll do it a different way. And hopefully I can join you guys at the end of the
Dude,
race.
you are
But
so welcome anytime. You're so smart, and so I just like listening to you talk, man. I mean, I get like goosebumps. I know you got
Mr.
one of them. You got one of them Johnny Cash like voices, man.
Mr. Smooth, man. Mr.
He's done,
Smooth.
man. He's smooth on the track and he's smooth behind the mic, man. I love it.
appreciate that, Milt.
Yes, thank you, Jeff. Pleasure having you up here anytime, buddy. Appreciate that. Again, always under better circumstances. We'll schedule you up here sometime. Thank you. Congratulations, Matt. You jumped up a bunch of spots there with the fourth different winner in 4 races. He's going to take the points lead getting out of here. He's going to have a 5-point lead because it's scoring your best 2 of 4 so far. So Jared Mogard, 5 points back. Then it's Craig, Justin, and Guy Petra rounding out the top 5. But Justin Bird moved up 8 spots today. Craig moves up 5. Matt moves up 7. So lots of things getting shaken up here at California. We're going to hit Kentucky next Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Milt, Sam, or how about Milt? Close us out here, or any words before we split?
Oh well, Kentucky, yeah, that's a trippy, great track. That's a great track for trucks and too wide, and a little beating and banging, a little bit of speed. Two totally different sets of corners from one side to the other. It's going to be action packed. So stay tuned. Love everybody showing up, and love Jeff in the booth there. So with that, peace and see you next week.
Thank you, Milty. Thank you, Jimmy Ray. You guys, what we're doing is also going to thank the Alborn folks tonight who provide our music free of charge. They're an awesome group, country metal, nothing like it on the planet. Check them out, Alborn. We play them at the beginning of every broadcast. Hey, Matt Watkins, great win, sir. And again, thanks. Also, cannot forget our admins here at FSB, which is definitely important. Shane Wisman and our boy Kevin Mays runs this show. Also sponsored here, Mud Dog Motorsports. Thanks everybody for coming out. Jimmy Ray, take us out, buddy.
Didn't say it enough today. Mud Dog Motorsports, Kevin Mays. Thanks for having us. Sam as well. We'll see you next time. Kentucky next week. FSBRacing.com. Sign